Hey Virgo, welcome to your May 2021 general reading. It is general, so take what resonates, leave the rest behind. You may get a little, you may get a lot. Be sure to check your sun, moon, rising, and midheaven if you so choose. But without further ado, let's just get into it. I don't like to talk too much at the top of these and then I end up talking too much. So whatever, it's fine. But we're going to start off with 3 tarot cards, go into Oracle, then dip back into tarot. So yeah, let's just see what we're working with here, Virgo. I'm actually a Virgo rising, so I get personally invested in the Virgo readings. I'm not going to lie. So just a little fun factoid about me. Interesting. Okay, interesting. So we have the Page of Cups reversed, the Page of Wands reversed, and the 4 of Wands reversed. Topsy-turvy. Okay. It's interesting. I almost feel like there's someone that... Okay. So one way that I'm reading this is that there's kind of a message or something that turns your present day life on its head. And with that comes an exciting new venture or way of moving through life. But I feel like it takes you to recognize all of the small ways in which you have prepared yourself for this. On the other hand, I feel there's you and another person who have entered a space of new perspectives. And maybe that conversation hasn't come up yet, but I feel like it changes plans for the long term. And so in a way kind of moves the goalpost or gets rid of it completely is what I'm getting here. But at the same time, it's like, I also feel like this weird thing of, so for those of you who are in a relationship or are paired with someone, I almost feel like there's another couple or someone that you end up encountering, whether it's through a movie or what have you, and it's almost like a peek into what your life would be in the future. I know that sounds really wild and out there, but I'm just gonna say it, okay? And so I feel like it creates this space of figuring out, is that what I really want? Maybe I don't want that. Like, whoa, hold the brakes. And it's interesting because in some of these readings, like, and I'm probably like 4, this is like my 5th one that I'm doing today. It's like, I feel like there's a theme of having to refine or readjust the vision or the desire, whatever it is you're manifesting, right? Because I feel like, you know, expectations are better than reality sometimes for most of us. And so it's okay to be picky. It's okay to be like, wait, let me just like go back to the drawing board on this one. But do understand that it's going to take some time to get back, or like to basically draw that energy back in and then put it back toward the more refined version. Now, for most cases, right? So, but I'm just preparing you with that message. Here at the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Swords. So I feel like there's some pressure to kind of move forward. And it's almost just wanting to, there's part of you that really just wants to cut all your losses and go, right? Whether it's go away or go full force into this. But I feel like it's necessary for you to stop. And now for some reason I'm thinking about broccoli, to stop and recognize maybe there's some time to get a little bit of preparation, right? Before things turn sour. Maybe you're worried about having too much time to think and that maybe something turns sour, right? Broccoli, because when you cook it too long, it ends up being stinky, but it kind of just stinks anyways. Maybe there's something in that for you, but that was just something that came to mind. I don't know. So let's just go a little bit deeper and see what else is going on here, Virgo. All right, I feel like there are things that haven't been really said or talked about. Maybe certain things that are kind of outgrown or outstayed their welcome. And it's like, whatever this is drawing that attention to, it's drawing attention toward that. So we have relief, we have nature spirits, and we have magic in the reverse here. So it's almost like you're kind of glad you don't have to move forward with this. You're kind of glad and hopeful, and maybe that's the you kind of wanting to cut and get out of it, like cut to the chase and do something else. But again, I feel like there's an opportunity for everyone to have their cake and eat it too here. Because I also feel like maybe you're dealing with someone who does want to go off and have some adventures. Maybe something's kind of calling them, and that could be the case. Also with you, it's like maybe you're kind of relieved you get a chance or an opportunity to break away. Maybe whatever type of delayed message, something you've been waiting on, is finally coming to fruition. You're able to go, right? And then with this Magic card in the reverse, I feel like, you know, maybe you're getting in your head about some type of commitment that you've made, or some type of commitment someone else has made here that's causing, that could cause someone to, I don't know, like I'm kind of worried it may cause a bit of an argument, or you may come in with some harsh words or being a little too focused on making your point, which is another thing that's coming up for some of you. So be aware of that if you're kind of pushing an agenda too hard. Here we have the Death card. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Death card in reverse. So I feel like, you know, it's time to let people go on and do new things. Maybe there's something about not wanting to be totally left behind here either. So maybe it's like, maybe you're wanting a different type of commitment. I don't know, but it's like something about either being all about change or being resistant to change. And I feel like maybe that's what this Page of Cups, Page of Wands kind of energy is. It's very interesting. So next we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. We have the Eight of Pentacles reversed, and we have the King of Cups. All right. So yeah, I feel like with that Wheel of Fortune, it's like you're kind of resistant to change. You're almost playing like devil's advocate in some way with someone, whether it's this is a change that you're taking on or someone else is taking on. But with this Eight of Pentacles, I feel like someone knows like what they're made out of here. And so they're wanting to prove that in some way. But granted, maybe you can contribute to that and add a couple of tools. Maybe like, you know, hype them up a bit. Maybe you need to be hyped up a bit. It's all the little things that contribute to big successes here. And with this King of Cups, I feel like this eventually there comes a point where it's like you have to get to a point where you just don't let stuff bother you. You don't get riled up when change occurs. You roll with it. You ride with it. You're emotionally intelligent. You're able to communicate what you want to say or where your concerns are, because maybe it comes off a bit judgmental to some people, and that's what creates some of the conflict here. Here we have the Moon in the reverse, and it's just like, but one thing that you are good about doing is bringing what is subconscious to light at times. And people may not always understand that about you, Virgo, but you strive for perfection. You want things to be perfect to the T, and to a point where you may obsess so much that it's like, here, I'm going to tell you all the things that are wrong with this, right? But people don't always want to hear that. Some people need to discover things for themselves because it's part of their journey. And so there's this whole thing that I talk about, you know, with some of my clients, and it's like how angels hold themselves to the rule of non-interference. And that's something that we should also hold ourselves to a certain degree for those that we care about. We can't always meddle in their affairs. All that we can do is provide information if it's asked for, right? You know, if we gain that permission, and then leave it at that. We cannot, you know, bring a horse to water and then force it to drink. We'll just say that. So I wanted to pull a couple more cards. We have the Three of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, and the Emperor card, also all reversed. Very interesting. Lots of blocked energy. So I feel like, you know, you may feel like you're probably kind of like, all the walls are kind of going up here. And I feel like it's really necessary to break down those walls. I feel like it's really necessary to release a certain amount of control here and to just study what's going on, to focus on what's important in the situation. Because I feel like there's some type of strategy or plan that you're going into a situation with, and it's just going to create a lot more difficulty in the long run while you're going on this pathway. So be mindful of that, okay? Just be easy. Here we have the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. And I feel like, you know, don't meddle in affairs that aren't yours. The King of Wands is actually someone who very much observes. They've moved and persevered and created so many things. Now they just get to watch things unfold, you know, and then decide when it's time to build things back up again, or build things up or tear them down. I almost feel like, you know, it's like this represents kind of that natural primal circle of life in which, yeah, things get created and things get destroyed. Right now, I'm just in a period where I just need to rest and see what's changing in order to know what I need to create or destroy at this point, right? So I feel like there's something that you're learning and that you're being prompted to do here throughout whatever this change, whether it's another person's involved or whether it's something that you're experiencing at this time, Virgo. So let me see here what other, we have the Lover's card. I was gonna say what other advice here. It's like, have respect for people's desires, you know, especially if it comes from like a heartfelt space. All that people need is your support or maybe your blessing in order to feel secure in what they're doing, no matter what the challenge is here. So that is something I'm just being called to tell you. Just think about all the times you've had your heart invested in something and people have either, you know, passed judgment or tried to force a perspective on you when all you needed was support. So just consider that. This, you know, with whatever the situation is, Virgo, it's very important for you to recognize that. So that is where I'm going to leave it for you, Virgo. I really appreciate your time. Please feel free to like, subscribe, and comment. Check out the description box if you'd like to book a one-on-one reading with me. Otherwise, I'll see you for the mid-May check-in. Bye for now.